A lot of entrepreneurs sometimes they say, well, you know what, I don't have enough money to grow my company, or I don't have enough capital. I always believe that it actually, haven't heard of the saying, it takes money to make money. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But from my experience, because when I first started my own business, I had no money. I didn't have capital to grow my own business. So I thought, well, is that true? At first, I believe it was true, but later on in my career, I learned that actually it's not true, because I believe that if you cannot make money without money, you probably cannot make money with money. Write that down. If you cannot make money without money, you probably cannot make money with money. Because when you have no money, how many of you ever had this experience? When you were getting started, you had, maybe bootstrapping and you had not enough capital, but somehow you come up with an idea, you come up with the strategies, you make things work. And that happened and you got some sales. How many had that experience? Yeah, because it forces you to be what? To be think out of this box, right? Creative. So, repeat after me. I don't need money. I need a better strategy. Again, I don't need money. I need a better strategy. Once more, twice as loud. I don't need money. Let me tell a story. There was this flower shop owner. His name is Matt. And Matt, one day, he owns this flower shop in his little town, and it's been doing well for a number of years. And one day, he got approached by his competitor, an older gentleman, wanted to sell his flower shop to Matt because he's getting old, wants to retire, travel the world. And Matt said, well, okay, if I buy this flower shop, I would own both flower shop in town, and basically I'll be monopoly. Everybody would be buying from me only. This is great. Well, how much you want the flower shop? How much are you asking for? The older gentleman, the flower shop owner, said, well, I want $50,000. I don't have $50,000. Well, that's my asking price. If you want to buy my flower shop, it's $50,000. Okay. So Matt doesn't have the money, but he said, well, but I want to buy. And he went home, talked to the wife. Well, can we get line of credit? Can we borrow money? What can we do? Because I can see if we can double the business if we can just buy this flower shop. Couldn't come with a solution. The wife thought it was crazy. And Matt was like, what should I do? I thought about it. Then he called up a brilliant entrepreneur, businessman. Let's call him Dan. He called up Dan. Now, I'm not saying it's me. I just called up this brilliant businessman. He said, well, Dan, can you loan me $50,000? And Dan was like, well, why do you need the $50,000 for? There's this flower shop in my town that I know if I can buy it, I know it's a great location. We will corner the market and I can double my business and it would be great. I know it would be great, but it costs $50,000. I talked to my wife. She doesn't want me to do it, and we can't actually mortgage the home, anything like that. I think it's a great decision. Now, Matt doesn't have the money because what? He doesn't need the money. He needs a what? Okay, so the brilliant businessman said, well, Matt, you don't need money. You need a better strategy. Matt was like, well, what do you mean by that? Ask yourself this question, and you can write this down. Who would benefit from this purchase? Who would benefit from you actually purchasing this store? Who would benefit from this? How do you add value? How do you add value? How do you add what? Value. So let me ask you a question. If Matt was going to buy this store, who's going to benefit? Yell the answer. Who's going to be a benefit? The owner, yes, the older gentleman, yeah, he's going to benefit. Who else is going to benefit? Supply, yes. Who else is going to benefit? Maybe Matt himself, because he's doubled the business, right? Maybe the customer, because now they can better run business, better service, who knows? So, as this businessman is asking about Matt, okay, who would benefit? Who would benefit? Matt said, well, I guess all these people. Then he asked Matt, well, Matt, let me ask you this. How much wholesale business are you putting through your flower shop right now per year? How much? Well, he said about $125,000 a year. That's what I buy from my supplier. Okay, how many suppliers do you buy from? I only buy from one. So the supplier is getting how much business a year? $125,000, right? Okay, so Matt, you don't need money, you need what I want you to do is I want you to talk to your supplier. I want you to go to your supplier and you would ask them this, and this is how you would do the pitch. Mr. Supplier, we've been doing business for the last 10 years. I've always been a very good customer. You supply to me your flowers. I love them. Our customers love them. I give you about, $125,000, give or take, business a year. Here's now an opportunity. Here's what I want to do. I don't want to just give you $125,000 a year business. I want to give you $250,000 a year in business. But in return, what I want to do is I want to sell you the exclusive rights to provide for my flower shop for the next 5 years. And in return, all I'm asking is $25,000 from you. And I'll give you $250,000 a year worth of business. What do you think? Now, what does the supplier say? Like, no brainer, right? $225,000, $250,000 a year business. No brainer. Great. Got the $25,000 now, right? Goes back to the older gentleman, the old flower shop owner, and said, well, you were thinking of selling a shop, and I want to buy it, and you were asking how much? I've been thinking about it. Instead of giving $50,000, the older guy is thinking, that guy's going to grind me now. He's going to negotiate. I don't want to give you $50,000. I want to give you $60,000. What? Yes, I don't want to give you $50,000. I want to give you $60,000. But why is that? Well, what I need is, you see, I've got $25,000 here. I give you $25,000 right now. The rest, can we work out some sort of installment plan? I'll give you $60,000 if you give me better terms. Now think of the $10,000 you make extra, and even if you get the $50,000, you probably put in the bank and get very little interest rate anyway. Right now, $50,000, you just instantly make $10,000. Now, what is this older flower shop owner is going to say? Yes, no brainer. Let's do that. Okay, great. So $25,000. Got the shop. How much of his own money has he used so far? None. 25, got the shop, corner the market, double the business, make it more efficient, operate better, do better marketing, whatever it might be. Double the business now, $250,000 now he could afford it for the monthly payment to the old owner, right? Now, let me ask you the question. Is this old owner happy? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Is the supplier happy? Yes. Is Matt happy? Yes. Because you don't need money, you need a better. That's what I'm talking about. The outside of the box. People say, I don't have money. Well, what are you doing? Who would benefit from seeing you succeed? Who would benefit from the transaction? Who would benefit from the deal? And you can leverage other people's time, other people's money. And at the end of the day, what I believe, the difference between a great entrepreneur and an average entrepreneur, a great entrepreneur just knows more ways or have more context or have more strategies or thinking outside the box. They know how to leverage. If we boil down to one word, it's leverage. It's just leverage. Other people's money, other people's time, other people's expertise, all of that. So take 2 minutes. How long? Discuss what I've just said about and how you can apply this in your own business. I just amount the table. 2 minutes, go.